with Sonic X Shadow Generations on the horizon, and like the Shadow Mode being its own separate adventure, the story takes place during the original generations, but it's not fully connected, at all. Oh, it's still Shadow going on his own adventure. And it got me thinking, why don't we have a Sonic game where we have all the characters go on their own separate adventures? And I don't mean something like Sonic Adventure 1, Adventure 2, Sonic Heroes, or Sonic 06, where you have different campaign modes, but they're still connected to an overarching story. No, I don't mean something like that. I mean as in a collection, as in a game where all of the Sonic characters go on their little mini adventures. There's their own. So Sonic gets his own, Tails gets his own, Knuckles, Shadow, Amy, Blaze, Silver, all that good stuff, And don't have it where it's connected to an overarching story. Maybe have it where they take place during different parts of time. So maybe Tails' one takes place before Sonic's one. Maybe Silver's one takes place after Shadow's one. Or maybe they have it where they're taking place all at the same time, but they're not connected to an overarching story. So for example, let's just say Sonic is let's just say with Sonic, it's the basics. Eggman's up to no good, Sonic has to go and stop it. Alright, let's just say with Blaze, maybe Eggman Mega. Yes, I am calling him Mega because if I say it the other way, I am worried of pronouncing it wrong. I think you know the reason why. But yeah, with Blaze, she could be trying to stop Eggman Mega from taking over her dimension. With Knuckles, it could be Rouge steals the Master Emerald and he has to go and get it back from her. With Tails, maybe it could be that adventure he talked about in Frontiers, as in him going on his own, doing his own thing, it could be something like that. I'm not saying that this game has to happen, but it would be kind of cool, I don't know what you would call it, but instead of actually being one big Sonic game, it's a little collection of it's a collection of smaller Sonic games made together, Oh, and I mean original games. I don't mean that Sonic Mega Collection, Sonic Origins stuff. No, just all these games that you could only play on this collection or disc. You can't get them anywhere else. Also, maybe have it where every character goes through different stages. Don't have it where every character goes through the same level. Tails doesn't go through the same level as Sonic. Blaze doesn't go through the same level as Silver. Something like that. I know a lot of people are going to say oh, what you're describing is Sonic Heroes. No, because Sonic Heroes did have an overarching plot. Whether people like to agree with me on that or not is up to you, but it's still true. Also, not to mention, all of the characters went through the same stages in the exact same fucking order. Also, maybe have it where we have original stages. So, no green hell, for the love of God, no green fucking hell! Sorry, I think I'm getting PTSD for seeing too much green hell. Oh, and if we have to have returning stages, why not have stages that aren't overused? Stages like Mystic Cave, Jungle Joyride, Windmill Isle, Flame Core, any of those levels. Just for the love of God, no level that has just been reused to death. Seriously. Yeah. And would there be a final story if you beat all of them? I honestly think I think that would be up for debate. Maybe, yeah, you could have a final story. Where, you could have a final story if you beat all of them. But then at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, what would be the point of that? Why not just have it where, if you beat all of them, maybe you unlock cool bonuses. maybe you unlock an extra skin, or maybe you can unlock new moves. Therefore, like, you know, you find more creative ways to beat the levels. I don't know. How many characters would they use? Because obviously they wouldn't use the whole cast, because Jesus H. Christ, that would be like over 100 fucking... Like, that would be like more than like 200 fucking games, you know? And I don't think Sega is willing to do that, also plus the budget might overcrease. So, I think what they would do is, what they would do is that the game would... What they would do, I think they would just use like the most popular and most recognizable characters. So, unfortunately, we wouldn't have characters like Surge, Tangle, and Whisper, even though they really should be playable in a game that isn't a fucking mobile game! Sorry. So yeah, we wouldn't have those characters in there, unfortunately. So, I have a feeling like, yeah, they'll use the most popular and recognizable ones. So, obviously, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, Silver, Blaze, Rouge, Amy, the Metal Sonic, and maybe the Chaotix, you know, that's it. They will not, like, you know, they will obviously not use characters like Omega or like Tangle and Whisper. They will not use any of the characters in the IDW comics at all. Oh, like, I would love for them to do that, but let's be fucking real, they wouldn't. Like, I think this is a cool idea for a game. I'm not saying Sega's definitely going to do this, because, well, most likely they're not. But, you know, a fan can dream. Am I right? A fan can dream. Have a good day!